Hi everyone, it's Wild Josh from the Geek-Cetera podcast, and I got the suggestion to do this Star Wars Who's Who from Super Friendly of the Geek-Cetera podcast. And I really have to admit, I didn't know as much about this character as I thought I did, but I really did enjoy all the research I had to do to get ready for this episode. So, with that being said, let's get right into it. Coleman Trebor had a relatively short existence on film. In fact, his name wasn't even chosen until Star Wars Attack of the Clones was well into production. Originally, his name was going to be Sar Laboda, but it was changed to Coleman Trebor after the employee of Industrial Light and Magic that rendered the entirely computer-generated character. The ILM employee's name was Rob Coleman. Thus, Coleman Trebor was chosen, as it incorporated his creator's last name and his first name, Robert, spelt backwards. Now, let's get to the canon and legend backstories. Let's begin with what we know to be canon. Coleman Trebor was a male Verk from the planet Sembla. He joined the Jedi Council as a Jedi Master during the Separatist Crisis. Little is really known about him during this time, up until his death anyways, which was there for all to see. Coleman Trebor attempted to take on Count Dooku alone on Geonosis in the Petranaki arena. Dooku was high in a balcony watching the festivities when Coleman Trebor stormed in and confronted the Sith apprentice. Unfortunately for Trebor, the Count was not alone. The Jedi Master was ambushed with blaster fire from the nearby Jango Fett. Trebor was able to deflect the first two blaster bolts, but the next two he couldn't. The bolts knocked him backwards off a relatively high balcony, and Coleman Trebor fell to his death. That ends what we know of Coleman Trebor as far as the Star Wars canon is concerned. With Star Wars Legends, however, there is a bit more to the story. Coleman Trebor was a male Verk from the planet Sembla. Though the Verk were considered to be a relatively primitive species, it was discovered fairly early on in Coleman's life that he was Force sensitive. His family quickly turned him over to be trained as a Jedi. Coleman Trebor served as a Jedi Master on the Jedi Council just before the outbreak of the Clone Wars. Coleman gained prestige and attention before the invasion of Naboo for his ability to settle interplanetary disputes without having to escalate them to violence. This in fact made him a very popular Jedi with the media and even gained him celebrity status. He was used often by the Jedi Council as a spokesman or goodwill ambassador. It was after the death of Jedi Master Jariel Poof that Coleman Trebor was asked to fill the position on the Jedi Council as a Jedi Master. Coleman participated in many missions during the war with the Separatists. Both him and Shaak Ti were able to foil an assassination attempt on then-Chancellor Palpatine by a terrorist named Granta Omega, who was using a group of assassination droids. In Coleman Trebor's final mission, he accompanied a group of Jedi and clone soldiers to Geonosis to rescue the captured Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Padme Amidala from the Petranaki arena. Soon after the Jedi and clones' surprise rescue, Coleman Trebor took it upon himself to face off against Count Dooku alone, where he met his untimely end, just like he did in the canon story. It was said that had Coleman Trebor been able to defeat Count Dooku when he faced off against him on that balcony, it's possible that the entire Clone Wars could have been avoided. Well, there you go. You now know who's who when it comes to Coleman Trebor. Would you like to know who's who about another character in the Star Wars universe? If so, let me know in the comments below. Also, be sure to listen to the Geek-Cetera podcast, which can be found on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. You can also find out more at our website, www.geek-cetera.com, as well as on our Twitter at geek_cetera. Thanks, and may the Force be with you.